Let's talk about having self-respect. It's really easy for people to keep themselves accountable when they have something else that forces them to be accountable, like your job or your school or whatever. And I want to preface this video by saying there's nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5 job if it satisfies you or you're okay being in that position. A lot of people will hate on traditional work as if they don't benefit from it, bro. It's okay if you're a plumber. It's okay if you're a cashier. It's okay if you're doing whatever. Just understand that it's cause and effect. The work that you do will produce a certain result for your life. And if that work that you're doing, let me fix my hair. My hair is weird. The work that you do it's cause and effect. The work that you do will give you a certain outcome in your life. And if you feel like the job that you're doing now is producing an outcome that you don't want, you need to be able to do something else. Either you change your perspective on the job, you find a new job, or you create a job for yourself. And the main focus of this video is that I want to talk to people who want to create something for themselves or have other goals outside of the work that they do. And the biggest complaint that they have is that they feel too tired. Here's the thing. You're going to have to make that sacrifice. You're going to have to be willing to work overtime, even on top of the work you're doing. Even if you're working 8 hours, even if you're working 12 hours, you have to be able to find that time and give yourself the same level of respect that you give your employer, your workplace, or your school or education or whatever mandatory task that you're doing. Because at the end of the day, if you don't make that change, the position that you're in right now will be the position you'll be in for the rest of your life. So it's easy for me to say that and be like, oh yeah, just do it after work, do it before work. But we're going to talk about how, and I'm going to give you practical steps. And I actually have notes. I have notes this time. So I'm going to give you practical steps on how you can work for yourself and work for others at the same time. The main thing you have to promise me, all right? Promise me right now. Say it out loud. I'm listening. Say it. Say you promise. If you didn't, bro, you're just going to embarrass me. But the main thing you have to do, bro, is take it seriously. I'm being so honest with you. If you don't, there comes a point in time, it's like this, right? You're going to take action and you're going to see that the actions that you're taking are very minimal. Right? Like, let's say you go to the gym after work, you're going to go and you're going to like do the same routine you're used to. You're going to do the same thing over and over again, and you're not going to challenge yourself. And there's going to come a point in time where you're going to see that you're just not making progress. And that is the switch point. If you can notice when you've stagnated, that's your sign to start taking it seriously. Lock in. Focus and pay attention to what you're doing wrong. So let's break it down, right? The first things first, you have to have a strong why, right? I've mentioned this before and I put it in one of my shorts, so I'm going to elaborate a little bit. Your why has to be strong enough to where you feel like no excuses will stop you. And I'm not talking about like, it can be superficial, right? It has to just relate to you, right? It can be something like, oh, I want a nicer car, or, oh, I want to move out, or I just want to impress a girl or impress a guy or whatever. If it's meaningful enough to you, then it'll motivate you to get started. So you need to have a foundation that's going to be there when things get shaky. Because I'm going to tell you right now, my goal is to grow on YouTube. That's what I'm openly saying to you right now, right? You might relate to that. You might have some platform that you want to grow on. I've always wanted to do YouTube, and it's something that I've put on the back burner for a long time. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that with their own business, right? Their own business, project, maybe their fitness, whatever. So for me, I'm making it a point that I want to do this because I want to leave something valuable in my lifetime. I don't want to just be someone who goes through life without having anything for myself. You know what I mean? And I've had channels in the past, bro. Like, I've given up plenty of times. I've had a gaming channel. I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's kind of cringe. If you can find it, if you can find my gaming channel, bro, I will pin your comment. I will pin your comment if you can find it. And if you know me personally, you can't comment, bro, because that's cheating. But anyways, yeah, no, have a strong why, bro. Have a reason why. Because when you wake up, right, you're asleep and the bed is comfortable and you don't feel like it. And, you know, all the excuses just start popping up and you're not seeing any progress. It's going to get really hard to rely on motivation, because motivation is like this, gone like the wind. So have a good reason why you're doing it, and you got to stick to it. You got to stick to that reason. That reason has to be something meaningful to you. A good way to find out your why is if you ask yourself questions of the origin behind your reason. So let's say you want to get in shape, right? And you finish work and you're tired. Well, you got to ask yourself, why are you getting in shape? Well, you're going to say, okay, well, I want a better physique. Okay, well, why do you want a better physique? Because maybe you're not even in bad shape, right? Well, I want to have better health. Okay, well, what does that mean? What does better health mean to you? Oh, well, better health means that I can take care of my family and I can be involved with my friends and doing certain activities. Or maybe you just don't want to get tired when you walk up a flight of stairs, right? Like, what does that mean to you? Oh, well, that means that my heart isn't as strong as it should be, right? And now it becomes personal, it becomes real, instead of just like, oh, I just want to get in shape because my favorite influencer is also in shape and I see him doing workouts all the time. Like, that's not going to hold you over, bro. Trust me. You're going to be in the pits, bro. There's going to be days where you wake up and you're like, bro, I don't even want to be here anymore, right? And being like, oh, I want to be like my favorite influencer, that's not getting you at the pits, bro. It's not. I'm just being real with you. It's not going to get you out the pits. Have a strong why. The next thing, bro, you got to make a schedule. So you're busy all day, right? You got to figure out what busy all day actually means. So if you're someone who works full time, right, in a regular workplace, or maybe like an unconventional job where it's like 3 days on, 4 days off, or 4 days on, 3 days off, or whatever kind of schedule you have, take note of those hours, right? If you have 3 days off, well, now you have three, we'll say like 16-hour blocks because you need to sleep, right? You have 3 blocks of that where you can work, right? On yourself, your goals, your health, whatever. You know for a fact that these 3 days belong to you. Or if you work 9 to 5, right, which is like an ideal it's not, I wouldn't say ideal, but it's easier to work around. Actually, mornings are usually easier to work around. If you work a morning shift and you can finish a bit earlier in the day, that's like peak. But let's say you work 9 to 5 midday. You see on your schedule, your actual made schedule that you have. You can make it on like an Excel sheet, bro. It doesn't take long. Just, if you want, honestly, bro, I'll make one for you. If you want me to make you an Excel sheet of a day, like a calendar, put it in the comments, bro. I'll make it for you. And I don't know if I'll make a link or I'll send it to you, whatever. We could talk that out. But make an actual visible calendar of what your schedule looks like and block out the time that you're at work and work around it. So you work 9 to 5. That means you have between, we'll say 6, because you got to get home. I don't know how long your traffic commute is, but we'll say 6. You have between 6 o'clock p.m. and we'll say 9. I think you should go to bed at 9 for like, you know, a good amount of sleep that you can wake up earlier the next day. But let's say you don't do that, right? We'll say 6 to 10, whatever. You have 4 hours that you can work in now where you have all the time in the world. Well, all the time where you have 4 hours, but you have 4 hours now where you can dedicate to whatever craft, hobby, or interest or goal that you have for yourself. So take that time block and see what you can fit and be realistic with how long it's going to take you, bro. If you go and you say you want to do a workout, don't block out 10 minutes, bro. Like, if that's how you get started, sure. But be realistic, bro. It's going to take you an hour, maybe 45 minutes, whatever, to get that workout done. And then you have to account for your commuting to the gym and your commute back. So pay attention to how much time you actually have. Now that you've done that, bro, you're going to have to see what else you have, because most people don't just have one thing they want to achieve, right? They have other things that pile on top of it. See what else you can achieve within that time block realistically, and set the time frame for it and take it seriously, bro. This is the biggest thing. Once you do this, and I want you to do it right now, as you're watching this video, take out, you know what your hours are, bro. Look at your hours, right? And just see on your schedule, okay, I have this time between this time. I have this time between this time. Like, get an idea of what you can do, right? Or even if you want to, bro, order yourself a calendar, bro. There's plenty of things like that online. Productivity calendar, whatever like that. But if you want the spreadsheet, bro, I will literally make a spreadsheet for you, bro. Just let me know if you want one. But take it seriously, bro, because this is your life you're playing with, bro. Now, another way that you could do, bro, another method is if you keep a streak going, right? So I don't know if I'm going to screenshot it, bro, but I've been using Duolingo for like 3 years, bro. I have 1,240 something streak. You probably don't believe me. There are some people with like 3K. I don't know if you believe me or not, bro. That's not the point. The point is, the reason why I'm using Duolingo isn't even to learn the language at this point. It's just because that streak keeps me motivated. There comes a point where you do something so much where like it becomes like second nature, right? And that's what you want to do for yourself. Don't look at the outcome, right? Let's say you want to get in shape, whatever in shape means to you. If you look at, oh, I'm not in shape yet, I'm not in shape yet, I'm not in shape yet, you're going to fall off the wagon fast, bro. I'm so serious with you. If you keep looking at the outcome, eventually the fact that you don't have it is one, going to throw you off and demoralize you. So you're going to feel like, okay, well, I'm tired of it. Like, this is hard, right? And two, it's just going to put you in the state of mind where all you're going to focus on is like the next day, the next day, the next day. You got to focus on today. You get one chance every day to move forward and progress. So keep focusing on today. And when you have a streak, like a way that you can track, either it be a calendar where you X out every day, or you like write a notch down or a check mark or whatever. Have a visual representation of the progress you've made every day. If you show up at the gym after work, check mark, boom, I did it. The next day, check mark, I did it. I want you to pretend you're not even trying to get in shape. I want you to focus solely on getting to the gym. It doesn't have to be every day, obviously, because, you know, rest days and stuff like that. But that's what I want you to do. Forget losing 10 pounds. Forget losing 20 pounds. Forget gaining 10 pounds of muscle. Forget your 315 bench. Forget all of that. Forget about it. Your focus from now on is, what can I do today that I told myself that I would do? That's it. No outcomes, no results, just process. And take it seriously, bro. Seriously, take it seriously. That's the biggest component here. The biggest things that will help you: have a strong why and taking it seriously. It'll carry you the whole way. I promise you. That's it, bro. That's all I'm going to say, bro. Show up for yourself. Have self-respect. Like, if you're willing to wake up out of your bed at 5 a.m. to go to a job that makes you feel miserable, bro, I live in near Toronto, right? I live in the GTA. I live in Canada. And Toronto's our major city. Bro, let me tell you, brother, the traffic is ridiculous. You wake up, every day there's an accident. Every day there's a lane blocked. Like, people just can't drive, bro. If you're not tired of having a situation that you're uncomfortable with, you have to change it. And your why is going to be the reason that makes you get out of bed and follow your goals, bro. So keep that in mind, bro. Recap: show up for yourself. Have the same self-respect you have for your employer, and the same accountability that you have for them, have for yourself. Have a strong why. If you have a strong enough reason behind doing it, you're going to show up for yourself no matter what. Also, make a schedule. Have an idea of where you can actually allocate your time. That's going to make a huge difference in your productivity. Last thing, keep a streak. If you have some kind of visual motivation that, like a visual chain where you see every day that you've made progress, then you're going to get there. And the last thing, pretend the outcome doesn't even exist. You're in this simply for the process. Build a strong habit. Watch this video if you want to, subscribe if you want to, and I'll catch you in the next one.